because of the fact that I was alienated by my children. I mean, by my ex-wife. And every Father's Day was very hard for me. But on that particular Father's Day, I decided to do a Father's Day for the men that has been going through what I was going through. And the Lord told me to do that, and I did it. The detective, when DCF went to that house, they said, okay, we know whose kids this is. And they were talking about her guy. We said, well, these other two, who are their father? And she said, oh, no, he don't want to be in their life. We don't know about that, right? Now they're taking the kids away from them. Right. So they would end up being in the system.
Right.
So at this point, he tells her guy friend tells her, he says like, yo, nah, he wants to be in their life. He does, and I know he wants to be in her life. I've been going along with what she's been saying, but at this point, I'm going to let you know this. The detective looked up my name because he said he's on TV. He's looked up my name. First video that pops up is the Faithful Fathers video. And she sees that, oh, this man loves his kids. She calls me up and says, this is the court date. I want you to be there. I go. I hadn't seen my kids in years. We all seen each other in this court situation with all of us being there together. And now we're outside of family court. We're DCFS court. And this one moves fast because this is about the children and finding them a home. At this moment now, also too, I'm with my beautiful wife who I'm with now, right? And me changing my life around and me saying, okay, I'm going to be celibate, I'm going to live my life, you know what I mean, and changing my life around, I met my beautiful wife. And in this process, we have been going to church and, you know, letting the Lord lead and guide us, right? We get there and we're in court right now, and shout out to my wife because that's my best friend. And she prayed me through all this process, right, when I met her and prayed me through this. We get there and we go, they ask us, hey, we can't give them to her family. Would y'all take all the kids? Now, we live in a one-bedroom apartment at this point. And it's 2 kids that are mine and 2 that ain't. And
so 4 kids total.
4 kids total. And 2 kids that of someone with a whole situation. And my ex-wife, all these different things. Oh, my ex-wife was livid. Like, what? And I'm like, yo, I will take them. And I said we'll take them because my kids did not want to be separated from their siblings.
So you took your 2 biological kids and the 2 kids that was conceived were, like, was one of the kids conceived while you were there?
Yes. Yeah. So now it's turmoil because now the entire family is tripping. They're like, oh, no, you can't take the kid. You don't, they're not going to allow that to happen. His side of, her guy, his side of the family, like, yes. Because we know, and his thing was, I know what qualms we got, but I know what I did to you. And she's going to do the same thing to me. And I'm not going to be able to see my kids. So you take them. And I know that if you take them, I'm going to be able to see them. And in this process, you got to think about, like,
I ain't helping you. I ain't helping you.
No, I'm just telling you where my mind was in that process, bro. Like, where I was.
You're in a different place, though.
I'm in a different, see, and that's the thing. I'm in a different place. Yeah. I've been working on my spirit, working on forgiveness and working on all these different things. And so within this process, what ended up happening is that her parents fought. They were like, no, that can't, because she just didn't live it. And I would know everything of what has been going on with everything. So they ended up saying, okay, if all of y'all do therapy, all of y'all's together, then you could take all 4. Within that process, they ended up letting the grandparents take them because all the kids had been, through this entire process, taught what to say throughout this, so they would get in court and be taught what to say. Now, this is a real thing that a lot of men go through, and I want to shed light on this because it's a really deep thing that they go through, where that you have a parent that is telling the kid what to say and coaching them within court. And the kid doesn't know that that's what they're going to do. It's like, you say this, you say this. Their guy friend was like, they've been coached this entire time. So all the times where you couldn't see them and they saying they don't want to see their daddy and all these different things was going on, she was coaching them, throughout this process. And that was a hard thing, as far as alienating and coaching and understand. And now I'm here where they're back in my life and I'm like, I don't want to let them go within this, like, you know what I mean?
Did y'all see the article I put in the back?
Yeah.
That
I
actually
saw it
made more
before I
sense.
actually saw it.
That make more sense.
I don't know if I believe. People don't believe it though.
What I'm saying is, I think for a woman to get to that point where she start doing all that stuff, she has to develop extreme disrespect for you. If you allowed yourself to get in a relationship with a woman who didn't have zero respect for you from the beginning, like you say, that's an L. But in the back, she said that he slept with another man in her cheerleading uniform. So if something like that happened, I could see her wilding out and acting that way. I really could.
Man,
Like,
You think that article was real? That's some dude.
Yeah, a lot. No, she
that's her
actually
saying
did.
it.
She
No, that's
actually
some
did
dude
say
Twitter
it.
account. Some dude named
No,
Dread.
no. I saw the video. She actually said this on camera. I watched it today, but literally everyone's saying that she's mental. Just like Shan was saying, everybody's saying she's mental. She's making everything up to defend herself of why she made the choices she made. So nobody is really believing this whole he was sleeping with a man. And
Yeah, I mean, just
she's
think about
been to jail for being a criminal. Like she's not talking about none of that, but she's literally been to jail more than once
Bro, I just read
during
a little bit more of this.
after their marriage.
I just read a little bit more of this article, and she said she caught him in the bed with Nick Cannon wearing her cheerleader dress. The hell?
It don't sound like bullshit to you.
it sounds like it to me because first of all, you're saying these things happen, and that's the excuse you give for going to sleep with two different men and having kids by them. It doesn't make any sense. Anything you'd be like, okay, that's why I divorced him. I don't want to be in this relationship anymore. But it's not a reason to get pregnant by two different men and still stay married. Like it's not. It doesn't add up right. Like it's not.
If you thought your man was sleeping with other men, how low on the
I
level?
would divorce him.
Okay, how
I
low
wouldn't
on
want to be with him anymore. I would just divorce him. Like, I'm not going to get you back by sleeping with men and having their kids and then have you right. That doesn't make any sense. At that point, I don't want you anymore. I'm going to let you know that we're not in a marriage anymore. Like, you just crossed the line. You want a man.
Especially considering the fact that she just recently said that she never cheated on him.
Like,
I don't believe that.
Wrong with that girl.
So the thing is that you can't take. If she said, like, I get what you're saying, Marcus, that if she actually caught him doing this, there's such a low level of respect that I could see her doing all of this shit. But her stories don't make sense. And then even then, if that was the case, then she just admitted that she never cheated on him.
Yeah, I don't believe
So
that.
she admitted. Wait, how could she admit that she never cheated if she got pregnant by somebody else? But she got pregnant by somebody else. That don't even line up though, because she got pregnant. She has a different child, right, from some other man. How could you have never cheated? Like immaculate conception.
And you
like,
and we supposed to believe somebody that say some wild.
So that's what they're saying in the comments.
Even though there's a baby like that.
You're not talking about a whole baby, a person that's sitting right there. You're not talking about that, but you saying all this other stuff. It makes no sense.
So Sweeney, I 100% believe she cheated, and my basis for believing that she cheated is the way that this stuff sounded like it was going about. She had to have so little respect for him, which was my point from the very beginning, that she was either trying to really hurt him and get back at him, or she just never ever respected him. Those like the only two things I could really see realistically being the case. She either was trying to hurt him, and if a black woman catch you sleeping with a man, that's like they catch you sleeping with a woman, take you back. They catch you sleeping with a man, all bets is off. They might do anything.
Or the most logical and most simple answer, he was dealing with a dirt dog shit ass woman.
So you saying it's unrealistic?
He was a dirt dog shit ass woman.
Just follow me, Sweeney. It's unrealistic for a man who was in Nickelodeon, who has ties to lots of M&R allegations, right? To deal with a man when we've seen most of the people who have those incidents, not all, but a lot of the people who have those incidents usually end up having a sexual attraction to men after something like that ends up happening to them, if they were R'd or M'd by a man. I asked y'all, did y'all see Baby Rain? Because they talked about that.
Has Kale ever said that he's been diddled?
He also didn't. So using that same logic, he also didn't say that she was cheating on him to just now. We don't know what's gonna come out.
Yeah, but we can only trust what's being said, right? What's put right in front of us. I'm not going to assume this man been diddled and that he was out here sleeping with Nick Cannon.
Okay, he was extremely depressed, right? I'm not saying Nick Cannon, I don't know. He was extremely depressed and suicidal, right?
Yeah.
And she said he was addicted to sex. I think he would say that. What I'm saying is they have like signs where you could be like, maybe something traumatic happened to him outside of just him being a child star. And I think that's more probable than not, that something actually happened to him.